All mate, on the bit. Duncan.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Bendigo East Bowling Club. We're here for State Champions Week. We are day one, and this afternoon we are broadcasting the men's pairs quarter-final. My name's Josh Thornton, and I'm joined in commentary by the one and only Bowls Victoria CEO, Tony Sherwell.
Thank goodness the one and only. We don't need any more of me, but welcome, JT.
Should be a cracking match. We had a really good ladies fours match, even though that last end wasn't played this morning in the round of 16. It was still a very highly entertaining match, and we should be up for another good match this afternoon. We have Scotty McLACHLAN and Dan PRIDDLE from Highton, representing the Geelong Bowls region, playing Scotty WIDDISON and Mason BAYLISS. Scotty's from RSL, Mason Wodonga. He actually did have a bit of a stint playing permit pennant for Essendon this year, and they are representing the Ovens and Murray.
Yeah, it should be a nice, entertaining match. Mason BAYLISS newly engaged.
Correct.
Congratulations to him and his fiancée. Nice opening bowl there from Scotty WIDDISON. In fact, his second bowl. Opening end. Crack of a day here, JT. There's not too many clouds in the sky now. Not really a breeze, probably 20, 21 degrees. Perfect conditions for bowls.
Yeah, and as we mentioned in the live stream this morning, us commentators had a little bit of a stint on the green yesterday just for commentary purposes, you know.
All research-based, wasn't
exactly, and this green...
No fun at all.
This green, well, it was probably a little bit of... I haven't touched a bowl in about 8 weeks or just about, and I need to put a couple of bowls down. But this green's rather fantastic, and I know the B green, which is where we have some matches going on at the moment, is also running pretty bloody good too. And I used that word again, Tane.
First swear for this match. You chalked up 3 of them in the last one.
I'm on fire today.
You're going to get some cake of soap for you and wash your mouth out. This is Mason BAYLISS.
Greenkeeper here, Aaron Tonkins, always prepares a good green. You did touch on it in the last live stream that we had City Country here last week as well, and even with the amount of rain that was floating around last weekend, the greens were still in good condition.
Yeah, not wrong. Both Mason BAYLISS and Dan PRIDDLE represented the country team. They spent a bit of time here last weekend. Good track from Dan PRIDDLE, just a mat or so short. A shout out to the volunteers here too, JT. They do a fantastic job. They've just fed all of the players in between round 1 and 2. Good variety of options, catered for all.
Not going to lie, I always get my hands on a piece of jelly slice.
I resisted temptation today.
My idea was that we knew we were going to be down here for a week and we're probably going to be well fed. I'll start my fitness campaign afterwards. So a little bit about the players. Scotty WIDDISON plays out of RSL. He's actually the coach there. My original home club, so I know a bit about Scott. He's been a great bowler for the Ovens and Murray for a long time. And Mason, as I said, he's represent Wodonga, won numerous premierships, and as I said, he had a stint playing for Essendon in Premier Reserve this year.
Still only relatively young. How old would Mace be?
I reckon he's around the same age as me brother Jordan, okay. So 29-ish. Yep. And then probably what a lot of people don't know is Scotty McLACHLAN. Now, I've known Scotty for a while. originally a Queenslander. I actually played against him many years ago in Queensland Premier League. He was playing for Greenslopes back then and skipping a rink. Pretty sure he's played Queensland under 25s and juniors and all that sort of stuff. And I reckon he moved to Geelong 2 or 3 years ago. And he joined up at Highton and along with Dan Priddle, and they just won the Geelong Bowls Region Division 1 Premiership.
Oh, they did.
So they had a fantastic close match against Ocean Grove. All bowlers are using Henselite Dreamline XG, Tone.
Choice of champions, Henselite, of course, proud supporters of Bowls Victoria. Naming rights partner to the Victorian Open, completed just weeks ago. Just cutting the head slightly.
Couple, mate. I like the change now. It's half a bowl in front. Look to roll it. Get in there.
Two in the look now for the Owens and Murray pair. We have 4 ladies matches already started on the screen.
Also at quarterfinal stage of the women's fours.
And for those at home on the live stream and loving their live stream, guess what? You're going to get a third game regardless today. We have a scenario with at least the ladies fours. No matter what happens, we're going to need to play another match today because of the double ups in the triples event. So they will be coming out and playing their ladies pair semi-finals this afternoon. Nice change to his backhand as he's a left-hander.
Not a bad road in, is it, JT?
He went far away. Probably wanted less of a little connection on that one there. He would have had a chance to get back down to the jack. Got a not a bad little crowd around the green at the moment too. Tone. Those that obviously either lost this morning or he's still supporting their own club mates and region teammates.
Yep. Not a bad spot to be at all, JT.
Dan would be looking to try and maybe get under Mason's last bowl, get onto his own and little movement onto the shot bowl. He's awfully close. Oh, he nearly rolled up to it too.
Very good effort. Both skippers still with one bowl to come. Women's fours action over on the far rink. Murray Mallee taking on Geelong. Geelong have picked up a couple on the opening end. Other matches, Wimmera versus Yarra. Metro West versus Mornington Peninsula. Eastern Rangers versus Goulburn Murray on the rink next door.
Looks like Mason's going for a bit of coverage around the back.
Is it too hot, JT?
I really sat in the fence then, didn't I?
Yeah, you didn't really want to answer.
Because I knew it was pretty close.
It was about as close as it gets.
I think it's half hanging over the edge.
Yeah.
And as Dan's going into play his last bowl, how these two teams got here for the quarterfinal stage. Scotty and Mason defeated the Gippsland team 16-7. And the Geelong team defeated the Yarra team 17-9.
Both good matches, Dan Priddle Scotty McLACHLAN picked up 4 shots in the last couple of ends. They were quite close. With 13 gone.
I thought it was tightish.
Yep. Anything can
Depends
happen.
what that does, though. Oh, wow. It nearly rolled another one in, which he wouldn't have wanted to do. The look on Scotty McLaughlin's face says it all.
I'm going to put a tape on this.
Definitely one to Ovens and Murray.
Yep. The Mason Bayliss bowl to come out. Scotty WIDDISON's bowl they're measuring against 2 of Dan PRIDDLE's.
One it is. Oop, I did that in the group chat. That's a Facebook chat. She's been going well.
Welcome to day 1 of state champs. Just a touch rusty.
Now I'm good. Those wondering, well, you haven't heard of Jimmy today. He's a little hiatus.
Yep.
Daughter's birthday today, but he will be back tomorrow. So if you do like listening to Jim, which I don't think anybody really does, he will be back though.
Yeah, little flow turning 2 today, I think it is, isn't it?
2.
J2?
Yep, definitely.
Yeah, lovely opening bowl.
From memory, Scotty and his dad made the semi-final of the men's pairs, maybe 10, 11, 12 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, yep. Got very deep into it. That was the year it was played at Wangaratta, the state pair. Back when, not when we had Champions Week and state events were
All
all
separate events.
Yep.
Yep.
So it's a little while, I know that. And another fun fact, Mason is the relative of Paul Carey. Now, Paul Carey probably nearly played 100 games for Victoria, very close to it. Former Wodonga champ. Can't remember if he's his nephew, grandson. Can't remember the particulars, but definitely related.
Certainly some talented bowlers up Wodonga way.
I reckon in the last 30 years, and again, I don't know the exact figures, but I could probably have a rough guess. They've probably won 20 out of the 30 Division 1 grand finals.
Yeah.
That's how strong they've been.
Yeah.
Paul, I think we will get some live scoring done in the other games. There's no doubt about it. We're just transitioning over. There was one men's pairs match that, because we don't have time matches at state championships, that went over a little bit longer than all the rest. So our events coordinator, Sammy Rogers, will be there tidying some things up, and I bet you some live scoring will be going on. There we go, grandson to Paul Carey. I knew there was a connection.
Grandson. Okay. Thank you.
Couldn't remember off the top of my head.
There's some lovely, lovely finish on this green. Quite often see a bowl come in and think it's not going to make the trip, but certainly gets there.
So there's a question there asked how Sandra McColgan went. They won their first game, so they're currently playing their quarter-final at the moment. I think the other question was probably related to the Mornington Peninsula pairs match. I'm just going to double-check this. Bear with me 2 seconds. Yes, and they actually unfortunately went down, Joe Turner. They got lost to the Warwick Bill pairing. close for shot, I reckon, Tone.
Yeah, the question was asked of Scotty Widdison earlier. He said it's close. He couldn't quite split him with a quick look.
I thought I saw Scotty McLACHLAN put his finger up then, indicating they think they have it, but
Yep.
I'd be loath to make a judgment call from over here. So in the men's pairs, if you haven't picked up already, it's 2 and walk. The lead plays 2, the skipper plays 2, the lead then plays another 2. Scotty nearly draws it, and the skipper plays his 2. 15 ends.
It's a good format, JT. Everybody has to play all the shots.
Yeah, and I love the fact that we keep that part of the game. You know, we've obviously transitioned to a lot of 3-bowl pairs and shorter formats for some other versions of our sport, but I like the traditional 2 and walk, at least for our state pairs championships. So.
State championships, in my mind, are about finding the best player. So you want to make sure the format doesn't have any of the modern intricacies like time limits and respotted ends, those sort of things. It's all genuine format stuff.
And when we've got weather like this, we could sit out here all day and watch these bowls, Tone. So Scotty's very close.
Sits his own down. It's good.
Very good.
Well played. Might have even made a couple out of that.
Yeah, I reckon Scotty's going to play a bit of weight here. Scotty McLACHLAN. It's just going to miss underneath, I reckon. Oh, no, got a bit. And I reckon one of those bowls...
Still one down. That'll be Scotty Widdison. This is Dan PRIDDLE. So I'd say it's still one to the Wodonga pairing.
Ovens and Murray pairing.
I should say that, shouldn't I? My bad. There is a Coral RSL player in there. They are Ovens and Murray.
One club Scotty hasn't played for is Wodonga. He's had a sentence, Coral Civic and YMGCR, and he's won flags at both those places. So I'd argue he's made good choices in those ones.
Yep.
Now, growing up in the Ovens and Murray, there was a very healthy rivalry between Wodonga and Coral RSL. Unfortunately, it used to get us every year, just about, Tone. Used to annoy me.
Yeah, I don't imagine you take too kindly to that. Still, you can't win everything, JT.
Maybe at the weight he's playing, maybe they might think they're down. Or he could have just overplayed it potentially too.
Mm. Very easy to do on this green. It is absolutely fantastic. Murray Mallee have picked up a shot in the women's fours over on the far rink. 2 ends gone there. They're trailing 1-2.
Well, Dan's running too, so... I'll have to re-guess about who I think's got shot now.
I think it's still one to the Ovens and Murray pairing, but...
A lot closer. A lot better weight.
Perhaps a little bit stiff.
Good.
Very well played.
Good effort.
I think it still gets onto the jack. Yeah, I don't mind you playing it, mate.
So same bowl. Straight out of the hand. He said he'd pulled it again. Well,
Wow. Scotty McLACHLAN was nearly walking over to
He
grab
was.
the ball.
I don't think it changes too much, does it?
It's still
Oh,
two.
it's been called as 2, so there you go. Yeah, as soon as he let that one go, Dan Priddle said, oh no, I pulled it, sorry. Bit of contact off a wing bowl. Anything can happen from there.
I thought he'd given up on it a bit too early.
Mm.
Not that they were trying to get it that way.
Wimmera pick up a couple of shots against Yarra JT on the first end. Goulburn Murray pick up a single against Eastern Rangers on the rink next door.
And our other remaining 3 men's matches are all going to be out. Oh, actually, are they all going to be out in Green B?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, great start, Scotty WIDDISON.
Oh no, it's only a couple of ends in, but his leading has been very good. Make it look easy, these two. Might change my name to Scott, JT.
Won't help your bowling ability, Tone.
Led with my chin there, didn't I?
Yeah. It was like Corey McKernan in that footy fight the other night.
Leading with his chin.
Anthony Rocker put him down, so not sure he did much good.
The big boy, Anthony Rocker, I'm not sure I'd want to get thumped by him.
Yeah, good leading ball, 2 leaders there. Well, just for those who are curious, the 4 quarterfinal matches going on. We have the Eastern Rangers team that won this morning 14-10. They play in the GM team, and they won 19-9. Said the Murray Mallee ladies won 21-9 over Strzelecki. Geelong defeated Northern Gateway 14-11. Wimmera 16-12 over BCG. The live stream match, which everybody would have seen, 23-10 in favour of Yarra.
It's a good shot here, JT.
Yeah, good bowling. The Morning Peninsula team won 21-11 over Ballarat Highlands, and Metro West won 21-7. So they are the matches from this morning's ladies round of 16. You can check them all out on Bowls Link and the Bowls Now app. I think you said the wrong thing then.
Hey, mate. Play through you. Play, yeah, a couple of feet.
I reckon the scoreboard's wrong, Tone. They've definitely played 2 ends. And I'd argue they've put them around the wrong way.
Could have done.
Toddy, Buck and Breezer, no good this morning. The word from those 2 was that Greg Brown was phenomenal from Ballarat Highlands. So too consistent, too good.
Jess Wallace bowling on the rink next door, JT. She's had to pull out of the Champion of Champions singles
I didn't know that.
for a couple of days' time, unfortunately. Still alive in a quarter-final, skipping her 4s rink from Eastern Rangers. Up against Kerry Leask. She's probably forgotten more than I've ever know about bowls. Been around for a very long time, has Kerry.
Correct.
I mean that in the nicest
I was going to
possible
say,
way.
you can take that the wrong way, Tony.
Yeah, no, I certainly meant it in the nicest possible way. Played at this level for many, many years.
That might make it easier for the Ovens and Murray team now.
Something to use. Get that one away as clean as perhaps what he would have liked.
It's a ball in front. Yeah. Change basically anything. Yes.
Interesting to see whether Mason plays the same weight as Scott did or whether he resorts to a bit kinder weight. Close.
Nice for it to be killed. Certainly did. Send some balls back up.
Shot, mate.
It's probably the most logical thing that was going to happen.
Yeah, next 3 balls left to come. Is that what you judge it on, JT, or more on what you're feeling, whether you're handling one?
Funny enough, I reckon I
way?
got this wrong there, but a bit less than 12 months ago. If you're playing well a certain way, I'd argue,
Yep.
you know, you probably send them back potentially if that's the way you're playing well. But I am generally lazy, and if there's more balls on the other end, I go, yeah, let's just go down there.
Yeah, just realising the scoreboard error.
Yeah. I was right, Tone.
Not often you're wrong, JT.
No, I was leading that one in for you to say, so.
Tell you who's not often wrong. Mornington Peninsula 6-1 after 3 ends up against Metro West. So. It's, of course, women's fours quarter-final action. Well, you might be not often wrong, JT, but you can't hold on to a water bottle.
I blame your parents for my genetics and the 3 fingers they gave me. It's probably the loosest leads head. I reckon we won't even see one that loose again.
No, they've had a good battle the first few ends. Obviously 2 completed and 1 killed. But that one looks as if dropped from a helicopter, as they say.
Second shot.
Yarra ladies pick up 2 in their women's fours match. Now 2 shots apiece.
Let's check to see if we've got some live scoring in those men's pairs games out there at the moment. I'll check them out here, Tone. Let's see how I'm going. Yeah, we're going good. Sandbelt pairing against West Coast. Sandbelt's leading 4-3 after 2 ends.
Big scoring match. 4 on the opening end and a 3 on the second end.
And then we've Wimmera playing Eastern Rangers. Eastern Rangers have scored 3-0 after 1 end. And the other men's pairs out there, I'm not even sure they'll be started yet. No, because that's involving
Late, didn't they?
the William McIlvain and Jimmy Scullen rink that got through late against the Northern Gateway pairing.
Probably finished 45 minutes later than some other matches. So
Correct.
they'll be just getting some refreshments before they go back out for their quarter-final. Mason Bayliss with a nice bowl there, holding a couple.
Dan be looking for a couple feet improvement on his last. Wasn't far of getting his own over a couple times.
No.
Afternoon, Cassie. Hope you're well. She's watching from WA, and her partner and her are competing in their state novice next Saturday.
Oh, awesome. Good
Yeah.
luck.
We have our novice coming up in May, Tony.
Yeah, get your entries in. Probably entries will be open for the next week or two. And change to the format this year, the best 3-year bowler. So if you've been bowling less than 3 years, by all means come down and have a crack. We've got men's singles, women's singles, open pairs.
Should be good. Loving the format.
Fantastic. Huge field. More than what we'd anticipated, so we've expanded to another club. Very much looking forward to it.
And our over 60 carnivals had a rejig this year too, and we've had some cracking numbers entered in that as well.
Huge numbers.
As Scotty McLACHLAN turns Dan, his partner's bowl, over a couple times. It's close for shot. Mitchell Reeves asks a question. What other club have you expanded to for the novice tournament?
It's a good question. We had a couple in mind, and I don't know whether it was finalised when I left the office for New South Wales on Thursday.
Mulgrave, Dandenong, is that right?
And Glen Waverley.
Yeah. And there was...
It was talk of bringing in one other.
Yeah.
I don't want to say the wrong thing, so I'll double check it
Cool.
before I
Do
say
that.
anything.
That's good. All in that same sort of area, though.
Yep. Another 2 clubs, I'm being told, such as the size of the field now. So
All right, Mason, how's he tracking? He's looking good with his speed. Needs to just keep running. That's definitely counting. You can see what Dan Priddle's going to do. He's going to play his backhand, try and get underneath these bowls that are on the centre line, and get his own bowl over a couple of times. Just hangs.
it finds the gap. So novice carnival 10 to 13, over 60s later in May. Get your entries in. The 2 venues that we've expanded to are Narre Warren and Berwick. Such is the size of the field, it's gone absolute gangbusters. Mason Bayliss been very good with his first three.
Yeah, he's just play a similar bowl. Doesn't have to change much.
He certainly found the track, but this one's just a touch.
It might become one of those nuisance bowls, though. Maybe. All right, Dan's looking to be a bit tighter. Now, is he going to hang? Couple, was it? Did I hear that right?
Pretty sure that's correct.
2 to the Ovens and Murray pairing. Scores now 5-0 after 3 ends. Very similar start to our ladies' fours.
Confirmed as 2.
Thank you.
Yeah, one-way traffic in the start of that match. I think got to 8 zip.
Then it was 12-8.
12-3.
Well, just now it got to 12-8 at one stage. That was probably the closest
when they
it
picked
got.
up that 5.
Yep, yep.
Almost a 6. Lisa Phillips just very narrowly missing a 6th counter in there.
And then I think the next end was the end that there was another number back the other way again. So.
Yeah, nice ball. Scotty McLACHLAN. As we said earlier, they had one loose end, these two, but I don't expect too many of them.
If you're going to miss, I don't mind where Scotty's missed. Scotty WIDDISON, as I said, gives you chances to bowl passes ahead. Some score updates from across the screen. Murray Melly 2 versus Geelong 3 after 4 ends in the ladies' fours. Wimmera 2 versus Yarra 2 after 2 ends. Morning Peninsula still 6-1 up over Metro West after 3. And next door Eastern Rangers and Goulburn Murray locked 2 apiece after 3.
So 15 ends is what we're scheduled for in both our women's fours and men's pairs quarterfinals. Extra end, of course, if scores are level. Yeah, well played, Dan PRIDDLE.
Little trail down the line, 2 feet. Brings the back bowl into it as well. Not far away, Mace. Yeah, little flick again himself. Still coupled to the Geelong pairing.
Really hooked in that last minute, that bowl. Certainly not rubbing it in, JT, but first year in a while you haven't been up here. Missing it?
Thanks, Tone. No, I actually thought of myself. Geez, I'm an idiot. I lost 2 region finals this year. The Falls where I had the success last year, Tone, we lost on an extra end in the region final to some good people and Brody Harker and his team there from Barham, you know, so we beat them in the final the year before on the last end, and so it was a bit of payback, I guess, from their end. So, but the bonus, or I guess the saving grace for me, is I get to come along and commentate now for the next 8 days and watch some good bowls still. Hopefully inspiring me to be better.
Well, I mean, we're kind of on a win-win situation, aren't we? Because we either get to hear you in commentary or watch you play. So.
Come on, mate. You know, you wouldn't change a lot. No, Jack.
I do have the Para State Championships next week though, Tone.
Yep.
As soon as this finishes.
Around the corner at Kangaroo Flat.
Correct. First time we're going there for that event.
You played there before yourself?
Actually, I put maybe half an hour of bowls in there maybe 2-3 years ago.
Yep.
I watched a Bendigo grand final there one day. It was an actually cracking match. One of the best games of bowls I've seen. Between Bendigo East and Bendigo.
All right.
Went down to the last bowl basically.
Old foes?
There's some good rivalries in this area.
There certainly is.
That's the top standard of competition, the Bendigo Premier League. Obviously has Moama playing in it as well. Good bowl there by Scotty
well
McLACHLAN.
Yeah, the Premier League here is now Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields. So.
Alright, the first part of Mason's bowl is not too bad. It's now on his speed.
Oh. There's not much of a gap there. Just managed to find it. Still got 1 bowl to come though. Bad news for Mason is Dan Priddle's got 2.
Good, Jack. Go balls, Jack. Right on the side.
There's a fair bit of danger behind the head for Dan, so I think this is why he's opting to go back. The back 5 bowls were all Ovens and Murray bowls, so he spotted it and gone the backest, which means Mason has to play, I'd argue, the harder weight, which is the less weight, but if he's good enough, he could still make a number out of this.
The weight on his last bowl wasn't
Probably
too far off
no,
what
it's
he
probably
wants. Is it?
similar. He just wants to be maybe a bowl or 2 wider. I reckon he's still tight, Tone. No damage though, still probably just the 1 down.
Still the shot. You roll me a roll.
Ian's probably just going to drop about a foot short from where he wanted to go. Not that far away. 1.
Yeah, 1 down to Ovens and Murray is what Mason Bayliss signalled on his way past.
So, the Heighton pairing, the Geelong Bowls region pairing, are on the scoreboard. 5-1, played 4 ends.
I think they're going to stretch this one out, JT, and try and go T to T.
Well, it's always natural to do something different.
Yep.
If you've been losing a particular weight.
Yeah, you draw it on now.
Just realised I have not put any bets on today, Tony.
Probably a good thing, JT. Certainly don't bet on bowls.
No, I'm not talking about that.
The nags.
Yeah, just it's usually a little Saturday ritual.
Yeah, we don't need to here at Champions Week. There's so much good bowls to watch.
Well, it's been obviously enough to distract me anyway.
Yep.
It'll be one of those days where I get me little tips from, probably go out and win, and I haven't put any money on them, and I'm going to be ropeable.
Buzz not sitting next to you at dinner then. What's this green running at, JT? Is it sort of 16 and a half?
Well, I would have thought, based off the way it rolled yesterday, it wouldn't be too dissimilar, so I'm thinking above 15 at the very least.
Yeah. Not crazy quick, but it's
No.
very, it's quick.
It's nice. It's beautiful.
It looks amazing.
Dean, just probably lacking a yard in the area, coming down. Seems probably caught a few of them out at the moment, Tone.
It has. Certainly no real breeze to speak of, so
No.
just misjudged slightly.
It's forced, Dan's last bowl's probably forced himself to switch. He's probably 3 shots at the moment, but it's probably still a good nearly, I'd say, a yard draw shot. How's he going with his correction? He's definitely high enough.
Yep. Can't leave a yard at this level, JT.
That'll be the best.
Morning to you, Mike. Watching from Aberystwyth in Wales. Going to guess it'd be the wee hours of the morning over there.
You'd assume so. So I nearly started talking Welsh then.
Do you have a reserve for late at night?
Your title, CEO, stands for Chief Eating Officer. What's the plans for the week, Tone?
Chief Entertaining Officer,
Well,
I like to say. But by the look at me, you might think Chief Eating Officer.
Well, I wasn't going there. You brought it up.
We've got some good plans this week.
Good.
For those that haven't been to Bendigo before, there are a range of good eating establishments here. So once the job is done during the day, go out and find somewhere to cause some trouble. No shortage of places. Another good bowl here. Scotty WIDDISON. I've gone over and rinked 2, started packing up some bowls or shaping 2.
I actually don't think they were doing it. I think they were just picking the bowl up out of the ditch. and
Right.
I think the skipper
The
might
skipper got a little
have a little excited.
panicked just a little.
All right, here's Scotty going in. He's just dropped his line a bit. I don't think they're going to force their way through with that line of wall of bowls there.
There's still plenty of room to draw in for third shot.
Well,
Or
it does
try
look
and
like
wrestle
that,
shot.
the way that hand's turning, you should be able to get back down and get shot. If you're good enough. Do some score updates from across this screen here as Dan goes to play his second to last bowl. Well, I'm not convinced he got high enough. And that wall of bowls continues to build.
Yeah, if
Must be a force field there or a magnet.
If there's any gap in it, it's gone now.
I know Paul Davies. He's an ex-Summons Murray bowler. The last I heard he'd moved to SAE, but he looks like he's in holidays in America at the moment.
Cruising into Fort Lauderdale.
Living the good life, Paulie.
Happy days.
Yes, he was an over 60 state singles winner in Victoria. Wodonga bowler. That's the connection.
Yeah, he'll be supporting O&M, that's for sure.
Well, Mason's already played one good one here on his forehand.
Doesn't need to change much, does it?
No, and he's high enough. There's no doubt about that. It's all good speed now. It's all good speed. Oh, did he? Just a fraction too far. Rightio, Dan. He's definitely higher. It's all on the speed now.
Got to get around this front
He's
line.
awfully close.
It is. That's a nice bowl.
Oh. He may not even got second shot.
I think he has. I think he's cut one out, Scotty Widdison, saying we've still got one. But
Brad Marin's made the comment. Giants by 42, Tony. Is that you referring to GWS playing St Kilda today? Is that the...
stitch up this is. Oh, that's his prediction. Right. I was going to say, I didn't think game starts in a minute.
It's probably a fair prediction.
No, incorrect.
Because they're not that good. Rightio, Mason's gone to his backhand. He's probably got 18 inches to add one and get inside the last one to Dan's two, potentially. Just a bit quick. All right, there's definitely one. They're going in for a measure for two. Right, and as that's happening, we'll do a score update across the green. Murray Mallee 3 playing Geelong 4 after 6 ends in the ladies' 4s. Yarra 6 playing Wimmera 4. That's after 4 ends in the ladies' 4s. Metro West 2, Mornington Peninsula 7 after 5. And next door, Eastern Rangers 3 playing Gold Murray 3 after 5. And what was the call on that one?
I'm going to say it was just the one.
You sure it was the one?
Pretty sure. 6-1 now after 5 ends here on the stream drink.
And some scores from the other pairs matches. Dave Ashby and Ellie Forsyth from Sandbelt leading 6-4 over the West Coast pairing. Will Cullerhole skipping that rink. 4-3 in favour of the Eastern Rangers pairing of CJ Snary and Luke Lamont over Graham Shoulders and Rodney Sinclair from Wimmera. And the third match out there, let's see if it started. It has. Whoa. Ian Warner and Greg Brown picked up 5 on the first end from Ballarat Highlands against William McElwain and Jimmy Scullin.
Nice way to start.
Tone, if the game's just started, you don't need to put the live scoring on there on your phone already. Like, you don't want to keep seeing GWS score go up by goals.
I was actually trying to look at who was playing.
Fair leading again by both players.
Saints will win that by 3 goals, Bradley Marin. Giants by 50. What is this? Cassie.
Casper said Giants by 30.
Casper. What? This is outrageous behaviour.
Yeah, great ball, Dulcie. What a bowler. Ultimate.
Sammy Atkinson, you can probably hear in the effects mic. She's up and about, that's for sure. She would make you feel good if you were playing in her rink, that's for sure.
I love the positive reinforcement.
Yeah,
She finds
it's
a
brilliant.
positive in everything. Good bowling, Mason Bayless.
Yep. Probably just slides on a touch. Good enough for second shot.
Make it 3, mate.
Yeah, that's better, bro.
Change mode, mate. Yeah, just one, mate.
As the day goes on, this green actually gets wider two-tone because it gets a little bit quicker and a bit drier, and you start finding some of the bowls that you think are going to be right turn a bit harder at the end. So indicative by Dan's last bowl, I actually thought that was all over it and then just whipped away late.
Change of hands, just getting Mason Bayless.
Cassie said she's got the AFL in the background while watching the bowls on her phone. She's a diehard Eagles fan. Well, she wouldn't have much good luck or good results lately.
Yeah, it's been a tough old period for the Eagles after so much success in decades gone by. But miss the derby's not a problem. Just take out the novice, Cassie. It's a huge match over there. You've been over there when that's on, JT?
No.
They hang out of the pubs like there's no tomorrow.
I've probably seen something similar, but to higher degrees. Be in England when England's playing in a World Cup. in football or soccer, as you want to call it. It is nutso.
Yeah, that would be good fun.
I was living in England in 2006 when the World Cup was in Germany, and so I got to sort of experience it all. It was quite good.
Makes the wheel go round, does sport. Not sure why anybody does anything else. There's this one, JT.
It's pretty solid. It's probably counting. When did Mason on his forehand, as he's a molly dooger, you try and set that last bowl, get the jack sort of around the corner. He's got 2 or 3 there. Let's have a look here.
Not a bad line,
Yeah,
JT.
speed now. It's all on the speed.
Just rips hard at the end.
I'd argue that line's not too bad if you're playing 2 feet away
Another
because
yard
it'll
of
get that
pace.
jack around the line.
Yep.
Come on, Jesse. Gotta be out there. Come on, Jesse. What a lovely ball, Jesse.
Sammy Atkinson's just taken out a bowl that was holding out a big count over there. I'm not sure whether they picked up 4 or 5 in the end.
4.
It's at least 4.
4.
Start to power away on the Wimmera. 4. They now lead 10-4 after 5 ends.
Mason be looking to 2 or 3 feet of weight, I reckon, for that correction. How's he tracking? Yeah. It's going to come now. It's going to come now. Great bowl.
He's a pretty handy player, old Mason Bayliss.
Forces Dan back to the backhand. Probably just trying to draw up to that last bowl. Again, he's probably out in the right country if his speed's
Mile
good.
away.
It's coming now. It's coming now. Great bowling by both players.
Anything you can do, I can do better, says Dan Priddle.
2 pulled out so far.
Worth a look for the third.
It's a great head in general.
Yeah, all players able to find it on that particular end.
Three it is. Great pick up for the Geelong pair.
Yeah, lovely last bowl from Dan Priddle. Prids, as he's known. It's a great bowl from Mason Bayliss, but Dan Priddle just went one better.
That's right.
(6-4) after 6 ends. The lead to the Ovens and Murray pairing. Quarterfinal stage here of State Championships for 2024. Brought to you from the Bendigo East Bowls Club with, indeed, the good support of the City of Greater Bendigo. Many a sporting event on in town this weekend.
Definitely. I know there's some junior basketball going on. There's
Junior tennis.
Ange Hackett in the live stream earlier saying that's why she's up here. And
Yeah, be interested to see how Ollie went in his 11 o'clock game.
there's always basketball in this school holiday period.
Yep. I drove past my local stadium at La Trobe University this morning and it was chockers at whatever time that was. 7:45 this morning.
Good leading by Scotty Widdison.
down, mate.
Some cracking bowls open this end up as well too, Tone.
Certainly giving Cassie some inspiration here.
You think you're kind of growing up under that? Touch on Jan's okay, or through to me. Nice long ball. Okay, wait,
Yeah, that weight's excellent, mate. Good shot.
wait.
That way, Jenny. That toss on the way in, so it doesn't matter. You're only bending that bowl there, mate. Or that one.
Just hear a touch of breeze in the effects mics, JT. The flag's sailing a little. Nothing too crazy, but compared to what it has been, just lifting a little bit.
Speed wasn't bad again from Mason, just a fraction tight. Sort of reckon this screen's getting wider now.
Let's go. Let's go. What a shot,
Bowl by Scotty Widdison. What's he done? Made one. Nice trail down the corner.
I know.
Work off that black and red through mine. Go. Yeah.
Scotty McLACHLAN playing a bit of weight. Good chances.
Mine's good.
Depends what angle he gets that on.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to draw another shot down there, mate. You get the inside of that, another one the head.
Scotty Widdison doesn't like that one. Some people you can't tell whether they played good or bad bowls. There's some you can tell everything. I fall in probably the latter category too. We'll see our state coach and Bowls Australia Pathways coach, Ian Raker Ewing, in the venue.
You don't miss, do you?
Oh, I didn't even make that nickname up. Sammy Rogers does it. I just love it. I just keep piling on. Dan's very close here. Yep, that's done the job. One for sure. Great bowl. Mason and Scotty having a good look at the head now, trying to work out what they're going to do. Just trying to look at the head from behind to see what angles are shaping up here. I don't think there's a lot of weight going on. Could be a just arriving type of bowl. I think it's basically a draw shot. On his backhand. Thought I was at the races for a second. I was going, hang on, who am I on?
It's a very loud ringtone.
Speed pretty good.
Mm.
Alright, Dan's on his backhand. He's looking just to draw another. First part's good, Tone. Gets to his own and rocks it over. Made 2. They've got nothing behind the Almonds and Murray guys. It's a bit hard for them to think about attacking.
One more roll on this would have been brilliant, but they'll certainly take it.
Alright, on his backhand again.
He wasn't far off with his last.
Speed was alright. Just probably correcting that. Now it's got to come. And it's a bit quick. Yep. 2. 2 it is, and we are all tied up. 6 apiece after 7 ends. And we're going to do a double commentary switch, Tone.
Double.
Me and you are getting out of the hot seats. And in comes
Sammy Rogers.
and Tyson Cromie.
Ooh, some serious talent.
Alrighty, we're tied up at 6 apiece through 7 ends here. Just about at the halfway mark. This men's quarter-final. And as the boys alluded to, Tyson Cromie back in the commentary box once again. You've only been here about 4 minutes, but you're in the commentary booth. Welcome.
Thank you, Sammy. Thanks for having me, mate.
Mint conditions this afternoon at Bendigo East. The sun is back out. And we've got a pretty decent game of bowls just starting to heat up. Green is still running beautifully. A couple other games over on Green B. Still continuing quarterfinals action in the men's fours and the men's pairs. Yes, please, Josh. Thank you.
Looks like the greens are pretty quick up here, Sammy, which is what you want to see.
That's what you want to see.
Sun shining, you can't ask for much more.
We'll be out here this time tomorrow. Well, hopefully this time tomorrow.
Hopefully I'm playing tomorrow, Arvo, yes.
Men's fours action kicking off. Same team as last year. Owen Clark is in the building already.
Yeah, Owen's one of our more keener customers at the Grove. Loves the practice. So I'm sure he was here bright and early.
Didn't realise you were here initially. He just walked straight past you. Not batting an eyelid.
Pretty good shot there from Dan. Turning Scotty just past. That's a great bowl.
Yeah, mate. Ball in front. Draw it there.
Got two Scotties here. It might make things a bit confusing.
Oh, or easier, yeah.
Not here, mate. Be kind.
Ah, good shot there from Mason. A bit stiff, really, not to get the shot, but changes the head up.
Stiff for the Jacks almost. Sideways and landed on that bowl still, locked in.
Dan electing to play the forehand. Probably just coming underneath to try and sit the bowl, I'd say. Just a fraction quick. Good value past the Jack though, always.
Got to be a good shot on here for Mace. Good split, yep. All positive.
He can really play this with whatever weight that he wants. Whether it's just arriving with that 2 feet or potentially a bit more. Just under the line. Another one in that area there. Scotty McLACHLAN will be looking to change that up. Don't want to give him multiple goes at the same shot.
Yes, Adam Mason, very good. Give yourself a day of preparation this year, big fella.
And
Easy way into the tournament.
coming up in the
thinking.
morning last year probably wasn't the best option for me, so day early this year was the right idea.
Pretty good spot. Last one of Scotty's at 2-3 foot past the Jack. A nice spot. If there's any Jack movement, imagine there would be. This one has the
if
weight.
he's run it out.
Look at the finish on the bowl.
I just would have liked a couple feet more there.
Yeah, it doesn't make it any easier, does it? That last one's finished, sort of in the way of the split. Gonna use that last bowl now, get through it. If you're Scott and Mason.
Scotty McLACHLAN's pretty close here. Trying to lay that bowl down. He's played a good shot there. Changed the head up. Still don't think it changes their shot that much. Just arriving.
Mason indicating there's still the one down.
Probably go one down there, yeah, mate.
Mason's calling for extra couple of feet. Just try and lift the bowl once.
Don't know, has he added the weight here to us?
I don't think so. I think he's played the same bowl. Oh, where we nearly got shot.
He added a bowl of weight, if not.
Yeah, about that.
Almost snuck in for shot, not quite. Almost gives a little bit of an angle to get the bowl out. Geez, it's a good head either way. What do you do if you're Dan? You can't really improve that.
No, he's got
Get
it.
anywhere past.
It's either try and couple of feet short in the line, try and block the shot, or get another bowl past the Jack in case the Jack moves.
Better going all the way back. Maybe they've already got all the way one through anyway.
I think short's probably the option.
He looks to be drawing just to get past, but does he have the weight to do that? Tell you what, he's only drawn another shot here.
Falls over.
Oh,
Might be in.
Well, it might be, but it's found the target slightly.
I think Mason just picks his hand and makes a connection. He's got 3 bowls in there. It'd be stiff to lose all 3. Even then, a couple of the Highton boys' bowls are going to go with it. Looks like a left-hander's back end. Little bit of weight, but not much. Didn't really change much there.
Not a lot at all, really. So he's got to be indicating that try and get right back.
Probably a difficult weight for this pace of the green that Mason just played.
Saw Lisa Phillips play a few of those earlier on this morning. Easy to sort of just overplay to miss wide, and then also very easy to then underplay it fractionally, and it gets hold of it, rips across. See what Mason can come up with his last. Dan Scott all the way back.
Mason just said a little bit too quick on his last, so he's judging by that, looking to back the weight off marginally.
It's giving her away out of the hand. See why, just fractionally over for what they were looking for, so important for Geelong boys to get. They get another one. It's 3 in a row. And they hit the lead for the first time in this men's pairs quarter-final clash.
Yeah, just the one down there for the Evans and Murray boys. They won't be too disappointed, however, they'll be looking to win this end after losing the last 3. Just to try and stop that momentum.
A couple other scores. The other men's quarter-finals, they're taking place on Green B behind us. Sandbelt leading West Coast 13 shots to 7. That's after 8 ends. Eastern Rangers up 9 shots to 3 against Wimmera. That's after 6. And Ballarat Highlands against Strzelecki, who, I'm sure if Tone or JT mentioned, had a big pick-up on the last end to get over the line. Ballarat Highlands leading that one 5-3. That's after 3 ends. All these games have been live scored around the joint, so jump on. Check it out on the Bulks Now app or through the results portal. Women's quarter-finals action as well, alongside this game on Rink A. Green 8. Eastern Rangers and Goulburn Murray locked at 6 apiece through 8. Geelong leading Murray Mallee. That's 7 shots to 4 after 9. The Yarra ladies who we saw on the stream this morning continuing their good form, leading Wimmera 13-4 after 7. And Metro West just ahead, 9 shots to 8 over Mornington Peninsula. That's through 9 ends. A tight affair that one. Still plenty to play out. Both formats today, pairs and fours, 15 end games.
Certainly some good bowls being played, looking across the green. It's probably what you'd expect at this level.
Yep.
A lot of good players floating about. Mason on the back end. Just looking to try and sort of sneak high. Scotty's bowl.
As handy as a bowl it is, and in the count it gives Dan something else to work off the front. Use that to get back up to the jack.
Yeah, nothing for wide here.
Definitely interested here.
Options tight, which he is. Played that pretty well.
I was going to say it was going to hold on in time. It turned late and probably got the bowl not quite at the right angle and fell away. So Scott and May still holding shot.
You want it there or we want to get him on it there?
Mason switching to the forehand after a good one with his first on the back end. Little tidy up, little touch on the jack.
He manages to navigate the
Little bit of
to the
assistance.
side and almost gets back to the line. You're pretty keen to get back on commentary this afternoon after your brother's pretty good performance up at the 18 state champs. Jeez, he was getting some pumping him up, the people in the comments. Loving Cope's work on the mic.
Mustn't take after his brother then.
You got Timmer on as well for about half a game.
Yeah, you're lucky you got that out of him, I think. But no, I tuned in to listen to some of those games, watch some of those games throughout the weekend when I wasn't playing. The kids did a great job commentating. Obviously some of them quite young. Not too many nerves through most of them, which was good. Gave a good insight as to what their futures may hold.
Cracking games on the green as well. Cope's taken home 3 titles for the week. Interesting to see they're playing this side of the rink here, given the situation they had. Or if I lost the plot.
It just
It might not
depends
matter
on
if you're just going to draw the shot like that, I suppose.
depends on sort of what side they've played for the rest of the game. Sometimes you're just more confident on one side, but yeah, with a couple of short bowls there, definitely a bit interesting, but this may change things slightly.
Leave that now, mate. You just play a confident draw up over your own. You get to that.
There you go, Sammy. Mason's asked Scotty to flick the switch. Get out in the forehand.
Just a bit more to play to. The inside of this bowl's all good.
He likes this.
The outside's no good. He doesn't turn it, wasn't far away. Right, over to Dan here. Few down. Probably 2.
I reckon he might play a bit of a searcher up on the back end.
You like this shot we've got going?
Yeah, no, it's not
Like
bad.
the angle?
It's pretty cool. It's up pretty high.
I don't know how we got that there, but someone's done well. Cracking look over Green A here on day 1 of state champs for 2024 as Dan PRIDDLE on the march here. Not a mile away, he's got a piece of the jack dice.
Oh, where's it
Yeah,
gone?
gets it all the way through. Yeah, probably made one.
Yeah, it looks like Scotty's bowl.
Yeah, there's plenty of options. Got a piece of the jack up to the side, back over to Mace.
Good shot there by Dan. Getting the
it.
jack out of the open. Probably got shot out of it. Back Mason to draw this though.
And he's got 2 cracks at it to Dan's 1, so see what they come up with. A little bit of uncharted territory. Never easy. to have the right weight here.
His line looks good. Oh, he hasn't quite sent it.
Yeah, missed the speed, so
Disappointed in that.
yeah, Scotty and Dan still holding 1. Chance for Dan to make it 2.
Not that he'd be trying to trail the jack, but he can certainly give it a chance. Any touch may bring a couple more in as well.
That's going to count. Still room. Just going to make a slight correction here.
He's probably got
speed.
2.5 feet per shot. Yard on his last gets it. Looks pretty good. Is he going to stop in
Needs
time?
to settle this time.
Is it enough? It's hard to tell from where we are.
Yeah, we're not at a good angle. We're sat on the mic. Surely it's got to be shot.
Yeah, good enough.
Just sneaks in, so it stops run of 3 ends in a row. Scotty WIDDISON gets the mat back, and we're locked level again, 7 apiece through 9 ends. Men's pairs quarter-final action here at Bendigo East Bowling Club.
Important in that one. Just stop that run of momentum they had. Those 3 ends in a row, 4 of the last 5. Slightly shorter length here too.
Yeah, it sort of looked like Scotty didn't love it as soon as it left the hand.
And
Seemed to come out all that good.
a bit disappointed with that. Change of length, you sort of try and want to nail it, put the pressure on the opposition. Scotty McLACHLAN, on the other hand, played a pretty good one. Looking to just clear past his own here. Not the worst spot there, but slight overcorrection. Don't know if he sent it. Beautiful blue skies in Bendigo. Lovely day for lawn bowls, that's for sure.
Yeah, forecast looks pretty good all week. Very thankful to be back here at Bendigo East for another year for state champs.
Certainly do a fantastic job, don't they? Have done so for a while now.
Has given this one a chance to sit the bowl and just
Yeah, well played.
that.
Just going a fraction, not a mile away. Options plenty with bowls past the jack. Mason will be looking to double down. Played two pretty good bowls. Is he going to get inside? Not quite.
He gave both bowls a good chance. Last one a little bit unlucky not to get all the way back.
Asking for it to get down. His speed's pretty good. Another close second. That's a good shot.
You play fantasy. Kid. No super coach for you?
Nah, no super coach for me.
You've changed, I reckon.
It's a bit harsh.
Anyone tip St Kilda? Anyone tip Essendon last night? Not me.
Real question is, did anyone tip Melbourne at the G on Thursday
Where's your
night?
mute button? There it is. Stay till the end. We'll be right. Alright.
Shot Scotty Widdison.
Scotty with his best bowl at the end by a mile.
It's
Back in for a couple, is it?
it's probably the shot, I would say.
Mickey West just asking who's on the mic. And some bloke I found in the car park. Name's Tyson Cromie. Love getting him on the mic, getting the insights into these high quality contests. Quarter final, state champion week, men's pairs action. Scotty McLACHLAN on the mat for the Geelong boys. They're a couple down here.
Inside that last one. We've played a few good shots without actually getting that shot. The Geelong boys. Mason.
Yeah, he's going to throw another one in here, but doesn't want to give anything for Dan to work off.
Yeah, he's probably got to play that sort of tight line, but still around that front one. Little touch of the jack. Sits beside his own front one.
Play his forehand. A good enough area for it. It's getting down now. Oh, nearly fell all the way back in.
He was trying to kill two birds with one stone there. See the bowl and count. Or found the gap, sort of snuck past.
And he's given all three of his bowls this end a good chance. Dan PRIDDLE forehand draw, couple down.
Not a mile away.
Yeah, this is pretty good. Just needs to hold on past the front. Yep.
Straight shot, Dan PRIDDLE. Brilliant bowl.
Even Scotty and Mace acknowledging that one. Well played. Pitch the jack, so still a chance for Mason.
Yard off his last. He goes very close. Got Jen LaSurf there in the comments, fellow Ocean Grove member and last year's Ladies State Novice Champion. Do you want to give us a bit of a rundown on the Novice Carnival that's coming up?
We'll be back and entry numbers are through the roof. And not so much we've had to get an extra club on board. enough of green space.
That's fantastic
So that's
to
how good
hear.
it's going. So looking forward to that in the month of May, as well as the over 60s as well. Entries also going absolutely gangbusters. It's going to be a big couple of weeks of bowls.
You'll have to
Both tournaments will be live streamed, so make sure to tune in.
You'll have to introduce yourself to your family when you get home after being away. They won't know who you are.
Alright, see if Dan can repeat the good work he did with his last bowl.
A safe wide line.
And it's a pretty good attempt.
He won't be too disappointed with that one after playing such a cracker with his third bowl there, Dan.
They pick up a single. Get the lead once again, 8 shots to 7. This game right in the balance. As they often are as we hit this stage of the tournaments with two quality teams out on the green. Five ends to play. You gonna tip a winner here or not? Extra end.
That'll be good for all the viewers at home, that's for sure. I'm going to sit on the fence.
It's pretty safe. A couple other scores coming through thanks to JT doing a bit of roaming around the greens, bringing us some score updates. Sandbelt still hold a comfortable lead over West Coast, 16 to 8 after 10. Eastern Rangers, those boys are playing some good bowls, especially Luke Lamont. Teaming up with CJ Snary, they lead 11 shots to 3 over Wimmera through 8 ends, and Ballarat Highlands leads Streslecki 6-4 after 5. Those are all men's quarter-final games.
No one sort of really nailed the jack here. Up to the skippers, who jumps on first, holds advantage for the rest of the end. Dan jumping on the forehand, just needs it to get back from here. It's gonna be the shot, but
Try to the last little bit, sideways.
no one still really nailed it yet. Needs just to hold. Just play pretty good speed as well.
Jesus, a punishing green if you just miss slightly under, given the pace it is.
Just got to make sure you take grass at the end of the day.
Throw it wider.
Easier said than done, however. Dan certainly tighter than his last. Also wanting it to hold.
Weight's really good, mate.
What a line here from Mason. If he's got good speed again, save be bloody close. It's a good correction. Kept that same speed, just tidied the line up. good here from Scotty. Yeah, good bowl. Scotty WIDDISON can afford to reach here. Little touch on the jack. See the bowl. All in his pace. His line's good. Just hasn't quite chucked it. Scotty McLACHLAN, pretty similar. Two good bowls. Set the head up quite nicely for Dan. He'd be a little bit disappointed with that Scotty WIDDISON. He's played 4 bowls with relatively good line, all sort of about 2 feet short. Might be a little bit wide, I think. Just looking to run a bit now.
Yeah, it's another one in that area of the sort of jack movement back to the left down the line.
Yeah, he's holding short. It'll be interesting to see whether he's happy to just sort of cop the one or whether he plays the shot to make a few.
Yeah, it probably depends what Mace comes up with here. Whether he goes close again or go for cover. I mean, he's got the last bowl.
Played a cracker with his last. Looks on a pretty good angle.
Just needs to get up here in time. Otherwise it will rip away. There's enough to work off. Alright. Half a chance now here for Dan to... He's made too many numbers in this game. 1-3.
Got a chance to probably make 4.
The rest have been 1s and 2s so far in this game.
Judging by Scotty's call though, I don't think they're going to be too aggressive to it. I think they're happy to sort of hold the one and make Mason try and get the shot.
Good plumage, Sis. Really good plumage.
Yeah, you've called that well. He's gone around for coverage, stayed right away from this. Lifted up to Mason BAYLISS to try and come up with a big one with his last.
Probably needs a foot of both, line and length. How's he going? Fraction wide, I think.
Always afraid to give away them too early when they look a fraction right, because you know if it's the right speed they're going to start to rip at some point. Just depends how far it is, not far enough. Unfortunately for Mason and Scott, it's another in the way of the Geelong lads. Have picked up 5 of the last 6 and game high lead of a couple shots, 9-7 through 11 ends. Couple score updates in the women's. Couple close games developing, Tice. Quarterfinals action. Yarra still leading Wimmera. 14-7 after 10. It's a couple ends the way of Wimmera. Geelong just ahead of Murray Mallee. 9 shots to 8 through 11. Metro West and Mornington Peninsula tied up at 10 apiece through 11. And Jess Wallace is standing right in front of the scoreboard. You see that? It was 9-6 the way of going, Murray.
I think it's 9-6 after 9, I think.
I reckon there's a couple ends to go on there.
2 good shots here by both the lads. Hit David Tebbit coming through the mic every now and then. He's had a couple of apple juices, I think. Watching his wife, Laurel, on the Metro West side over there. Yeah, 6-9. Eastern Rangers goal with Murray in that match, as you said, Sam. I think there's still a couple of ends to go on that score.
Yeah, Golden Murray have the mat again by the looks of it on this end, so might be another score to go on there.
Stayed up there. Bogey past the jack. Just got a little bit on this as well. Just got the jack.
Oh, he might slice this down the line to Danny's first one. Yeah.
Scotty's called, he got shot. Really only,
Couple of touches this end.
really only needs to tighten his line. His weight's perfect now that the jack's moved. Clear Scotty underneath. Might hang around enough, maybe.
This could be sneaky.
The old backdoor special. It's nearly but
Try and land the last ball.
Mason swapping sides. Just trying to land Dan's last bowl. Probably a little bit more room for error on that side with the way the head's set up. It's not a mile away.
Some hope here. He's got a piece of the jack again.
Don't worry about the bowl.
Oh, is he stopped in time? What a shot, and falls back in.
I'll draw a back toucher, he
That
says.
is brilliant. It's to a real good spot as well. It's another piece of chalk that'll come in handy.
Yeah, 3 touches this end. All could come into play, certainly with the jack near the edge of the ditch there.
Scotty Widdison and Mason Bayless led 5-0 through the opening 3 ends, so momentum definitely with the Heighton lads here. You know, have to come up with a pretty good shot here to win this end.
Needs to clear the front, he's bloody close here.
Something a bit like this.
Oh wow,
Oh, he's nearly
that's a
nearly
fantastic
got back to it to
attempt.
turn it out, didn't he? Mount Mornington Peninsula ladies are 10 apiece through 11 ends against Metro West. 15 end games.
Be interesting to see whether Scotty gives this a full chance or whether he's a bit more delicate. I reckon he can afford to reach. Sits Dan's bowl into the pit. Touch the jack himself.
Well,
Close.
doesn't want to slice the jack.
Oh, it's a good shot.
Stayed on. Yes, that stayed on.
Wowee. Not a mile away again here. Oh, he's just going to crash the front.
He's turned that all the way up for another third shot. So all of a sudden, they hear it. Mason Bayliss well aware.
Land the bowl for 4. Touch of the jack for 3. Few options.
Play a very similar bowl.
Similar.
Chance here. He's at the bowl in. Just needs to hold on to a piece of the bowl. Or
It's enough for
turn all the
2.
way back in for a couple.
Pretty good end here.
Yep, Dan's going to have to come up with something pretty good here with these two.
Be interesting to see what hand he plays.
What are you playing? Play forehand, get back to the pack?
Oh,
Sit their own and fall back in?
Scotty Widdison's just played a pretty good one down there. You draw to that bowl, you shot. So he's playing backhand. I think personally forehand was a preference, but he's out there. I'm not.
You said it before, said it early this morning, whatever you're confident in playing in.
It's just tight for line. His speed was going to be okay for what he was trying to do. And turning his own, working back off.
Scotty Widdison's 2 front bowlers have almost been pumped up. It might affect the count if Mason Bayliss can come up with something really good here. Already holding a good 2.
Lands a bowl. Could be as many as 6 by the end of the end.
Waiting for this game to break open. It's been neck and neck the whole time. Is this the turning point?
Just needs to get down.
Oof, what an attempt.
Scotty McLACHLAN asking to back the weight off. Still on the back end. Doesn't like it.
Oh, look where at the home it's got to.
Don't know if he'll get back around.
I don't know if he will either.
I think, looking at the look on Mason's face, I don't think he thinks he'll get back either.
Yeah, from the mat.
That's the same weight, you reckon? Yeah. Very similar, mate.
He's got to be a little bit careful. He doesn't want to turn that in either. Be stiff too, but on a good 2 gets you back to even.
Just draw up to it. You know, touch that bowl of Dan's as a bonus more than anything. So you give it a chance to, like if it happens to rip back at some point.
He hasn't tried to use the mat either.
Don't think that's out there, is it?
Depends what it is.
Yeah, just commenting on the way down there. We never really got it out there, gave it a chance. They'll still pick up a couple, and guess what? Back level once again in this game, 9 apiece. Just 3 ends to play now. This men's pairs quarter-final contest between the Geelong pairing of Scotty McLACHLAN and Dan PRIDDLE. And the Ovens and Murray lads, Scott Widdison and Mason Bayliss. Don't worry about him sometimes, the old JT.
He's doing a good job flicking through the scores. Help us keep our viewers updated on what's going on around the greens.
Other men's games, Sandbelt leading 17-8 over West Coast through 11 ends. Eastern Rangers leading Wimmera 12 shots to 4 after 10.
It's a low scoring match, that one.
And lucky that was empty. Ballarat and Strzelecki, I mean, good game there. Only 6 ends played. Strzelecki guys took a long time to finish their round of 16 contest. They trail Ballarat 5 shots to 6. And here up on Green A, we're locked at 9-all through 12.
Good bowls there by Scotty Widdison. One on and just one couple of feet past the reverse textbook. Scotty McLACHLAN's played pretty good speed there, just to try and turn that bowl just under the line. How good does that green look from that overhead shot there, Sam? Not a blemish in it.
Second best thing to being here and seeing it for yourself. If you're in the area for the next week and day, through till Sunday next week. Make sure you get on down and check out some of the action. State Champions Week 2024 here at the Bendigo East Bowling Club.
Just looking to drop inside that bowl, just on the outside. Haven't really seen either team play too attacking as yet. Wonder if that'll change in the last few ends as they looking for victory, or whether
The heads have really set up like that, although the one that comes to mind is Dan Previous coming this direction. Dan had a chance to maybe get the jack moving for a number, opted not to play it.
Mason's played a good one there, just not past the front. Doesn't like it. It's not the worst spot though.
A couple quick scores in the ladies' fours, because there's a couple interesting games starting to heat up. The Wimmera ladies have picked up a 4 against Yarra to get the margin back to just 3 shots. They still trail 11 shots to 14 through 11 ends. Gulper Murray ladies now right on top, leading Eastern Rangers 13-6 through 11. And Mornington Peninsula have snuck ahead over Metro West 14-10 through 13. Far and Geelong leading Murray Mallee 12-8 with 2 ends to play. Not a mile away. Yeah, Dan. I reckon mentioned that it's got a hold. It tried to for a long, long time. Not enough to gain the shot. Alright, there's still, I think, just a one down here, is it? Just to the front bowl on the line.
Yeah, that's what the call was, but it may be two looking.
It does
from,
look, yeah, the angle
yeah,
on the
camera
camera, isn't
angle.
it? Yeah. A little wider this time. We'll rip back late.
Has he speed?
Oh, it's a pretty good attempt, isn't it?
Yeah. Not a lot to play with here either.
Another one thereabouts.
It's just really a dead draw. It's really all they got on. It's pretty close.
Beat the last one, it's almost enough.
It's a good attempt. Probably a good guide for Dan. He knows that if he's inside that, he's pretty close for shot. Near enough to jack eye. Good area is the call from Scotty McLACHLAN. All in his speed now.
What a shot this is it there?
Not quite.
Absolutely nailed the track, fell down at the end as well.
Probably makes it harder for his
Yeah,
next
if it
one.
stood
That's
up, they gave him a shelf to work off.
the only thing.
You change over here if you Mason, try and give your own one roll
I
on
think,
his forehand, or still trying to work inside your own.
I think that's all he's really got. He can't afford to lift Dan's
Correct.
bowl over and give Dan a shot to play. I think it's got to be. Try and clip the outside of his own over once.
Yeah, far safer on his forehand. He's got his signalling there.
Looks like he's sticking with the backhand.
Make sure he's on the wide side with this one.
Weight's important here.
Doesn't want to be tight overplayed and turn Dan's last one.
As we were saying. It's probably a little bit fortunate, really.
Wow.
That,
What does that do?
that cannon might dislodge.
He's looking at the other side.
Think he'll
He-
be back.
I think they're getting back in time from out there with the weight. So looks from here like a pretty good shot. You said that we haven't seen much aggression in the game.
He's got to be
So
forehand
probably the
confident.
time for it, wouldn't it? Forehand through Mace's last one, straight onto Dan's through the shot bowl. And the whole time of them looking at the head, I haven't seen one of them sort of put their foot on that bowl as if like to signal out that's a shot, so don't know if it looks different from where they're at or
Maybe it
about
sort of
going
misses the
sour.
bowl.
Looks like it's cannoning straight into it. Strong contact. Any danger?
With their 2 bowls, or 3 bowls that are nearest, I can't see him going any more than 2 down.
Yeah.
If you do happen to get that edge, you're getting the jack right back. So, good firm weight.
And the call is good firm weight on the forehand, which is probably what we alluded to 2 minutes ago.
Probably looking for the split now through the jack.
He's got the
I think
backest
he's
bowl.
aiming for Mason's bowl. It's the best option. See what happens in PRIDDLE. Last bowl. At the end.
Tight, but anything can happen here.
Including that, and they've gone more than 1 down. He missed what he was after. Take a couple out by the looks of it. It might be close for the 3rd as well. Reckon Scotty throw a tape on this to confirm.
Mason just indicated 2 as he's walked past. He thinks it's only the 2.
So for the first time since the opening couple ends of the game, they'll pick up back-to-back ends. Scott Mace, let's see if it is 2.
Can I get in this way?
I reckon it beats the front one.
Come that way, just narrow
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Only 2, mate.
Scotty's tried his best to make 3 out of that. Measured it a couple different ways, and then it was the back one to the left of the line that was 3rd shot in the end, so it is a couple. They regain the lead. 11 shots to 9. Ovens and Murray boys, they have 2 ends to hold on here. Can still go either way. Low scoring, tight affair.
As much as they would like to win the end, if they drop a 1 here, it's not the worst result for the Ovens and Murray boys. Drop a 1 still gives them the lead, but gives them the last bowl heading into that last end as well.
Kenny, just inside there.
Not the worst start there from Scotty WIDDISON. Couple of feet out.
Dave Ashby and Ali Forsyth safely through to the semi-finals. Still a couple other games going on. Eastern Rangers continuing to tick the score over. 14-4 over Wimmera through 12 ends. Barrett Highlands and Strzelecki locked at 6 apiece through 7.
Fair response from Scotty McLACHLAN. Getting the shot there. Plays another good one here and just puts that little bit of pressure on Mason.
Come in under your arm.
He's just overplayed it. So 1 to the previous end. To the Yarra ladies, they lead 15-11 against Wimmera through 12 ends. Couple shots the way of the Eastern Rangers girls as well. They still trail Culver Murray 13 shots to 8. It's also through 12 ends. Geelong have a 5-shot lead going into the final end. Lead 13-8 over Murray Mallee. And Mornington Peninsula go into the last end with a 5-shot lead over Metro West. 15 shots to 10.
They're
It's
shaking
Mason
hands
Bayless.
over there.
It's a piece of the jack.
Great shot, Mason.
So Mornington Peninsula through
Yeah, Morning
to
Peninsula.
the semi-final of the women's fours. play again this evening.
Call of a bit quick. However, it is another bowl past the jack. They're giving themselves options here, the Highton boys. So they've got to take 1 or 2 good bowls to capitalise. And they could get a score of 3 or 4.
Yeah, it's funny, it's almost come about the last few ends. It hasn't quite eventuated into a big number. It's a half chances. Mason Bayliss has
2 pretty good shots.
started to fire up the last few ends.
However, still nothing past the jack. Dan trails the jack here and it's 3 shots. A little bit wide, but past the jack again. Do you play the cover or do you try and change the head to take the shot away?
Play some sort of bowl where if you try and change it up but play weight to miss, you can sort of get a bit of both.
Yeah, turn out of Mason's past the jack or...
Yeah. Or just stayed right away and tried to cover the back, so it's got all the way through just about to the re-spot. Well, there's no re-spot, but the 2-metre mark. So they've got one all the way past now. Just got to play the right weight for this jack to stick around now.
Just sort of that 6 to 8 feet. Enough weight that if you land the ball, you're probably going to hang around for shot as well.
Yeah, just a positive draw more than anything. Doesn't collect anything on the way through and drops into the ditch, so... Chance now for Scotty to play a really good one with his last bowl. In number 14 here. Holding a couple, got one all the way past, just wants to
6 foot off his last, he
Yeah.
splits nearly all of them up.
get to Scott's one just to the right, just past either side of that as a bonus. I think he's on a good enough line for it. What weight has he got?
He's just got dead draw weight.
If he gets all the way back to the lines, okay.
Doesn't really...
Not really, it probably counts, definitely counts.
Doesn't help much in terms of the covering, but if they keep missing, well, it's 3 shots.
Just narrow out the hand, it is.
Is it going to stay in?
The longer the end goes on, more favourable it's looking, as well as having a 2-shot lead. I'm going to pick up another multiple here. It's going to make it very, very tricky.
Be interesting to see what Dan, whether he still stays on the attack to try and score that few shots or whether he tries to reduce the damage.
Yeah, it's that point where it's almost all or nothing. Big decision to make. He's just going to try and slide on past and split these back bowls up. I reckon he's played it pretty well. Either side of this. It's
He can still make 3 sort of
good.
where Scotty
yeah.
McLACHLAN's standing. Gets out near his feet there.
There's another one just sort of past where Scotty's standing just behind him. another one of their bowls.
Does he play it quicker and just pot the jack? Kills, so be it. Still playing that nice weight. It's on a tighter line than the last couple. Is he going to get down? Oh, well, he snuck through into that area again.
What do you do now if you're Scott and Mason? Where do you get to?
Probably similar speed, just probably just kind of another foot to 2 foot on the other side of the centre line. They've almost covered everywhere. Sammy Rogers is jumping out. JT's back in the box seat here.
Tice, well, I better thought he'd get Sammy on his job that he's got to do and start doing cards and stuff for the next game. So I thought I'd tag him out. I've been watching the game, so it's good headset up here for Owens and Murray. Got 3.
And they've covered nearly everywhere as well. JT.
Yeah, they got close to the backers, haven't they?
Yeah.
This it doesn't change Dan's shot. It just depends on where it ends up, if he gets it.
He's still playing that nice shot or playing a little bit more. Get the jack gets out of bounds potentially.
I think I'm playing the same weight personally.
Sticking with that similar weight. Body language is positive.
It's got to give now. It's coming.
Oh, he's got it onto the jack.
Probably 2 down still.
Reduce the
half
count.
a bowl too wide, wasn't he?
Shots.
So it's for the deaf, playing the last end, Tice.
Yeah.
I just want to come in and finish it off and take all the glory with the string. Tice, that's the honesty.
Do you bring the mat up here? Not necessarily to pot the jack, but
To try and take away the kill
yeah,
as best you can.
take the dead end.
Depends, like, I know I've known Scotty from back when he was Queensland. He can drive. Dan can drive. So even if it's on the tee, they can put it over the top. So I just play the length. You're probably going to best cover and get bowls on the head.
Yeah, good call. Good call.
Different if you're playing someone that maybe not a big driver, you know, as big driver,
Yep.
like me. We've had one match finished, did you say that, over in the far rink?
Yeah,
the Murray Mallee ladies lost to the Geelong region.
Yeah, and also the Mornington Peninsula ladies beat the Metro West team also over there as well.
One game's finish out the back. Sandbelt won the men's pairs over West Coast.
They were always pretty comfortable in that
Yeah.
match by the look of the score.
Right, how's Scotty tracking?
Needs to run.
Doesn't look too bad.
And good
Yeah.
shot. Good shot. Two good shots there by Scotty McLACHLAN. Hasn't got shot, but 2 bowls right in the area.
Nothing short either.
It's always a good positive when you're chasing 4.
What do you do in these situations, Tice, when you're protecting the lead? An element of covering spots, but also not making it too easy for them to make it as well. Like, how defensive do you get versus taking the shots away from them?
Sort of just depends on how the head's set up. Like if there's an obvious cover shot, you've got to play it. But ideally, you're trying to make it harder for them to get shot with every bowl. So if you're Mason here, you're trying to touch that jack, another bowl in the area. Just change the head up. If you're given the same look at the same shot multiple times, well, they're more likely to get it than if they play that shot once or twice.
Good calls, Tice. I like it. Right, here's Dan shaping up here. It's probably not a bowl you'd like to play in this scenario, but he's still got a few to come.
Most important thing now is to try and forget that as quickly as possible. It's gone now, you can't change it.
Spot on.
Mason's played this pretty well. Just needs to hold a fraction.
It's not the worst home day.
No.
Something behind. On a side they didn't have anything really on yet.
Dan's close up, but just under the line, I think. Play pretty good speed.
And the next question is, at what stage do you start maybe thinking about the kill, you know, like it's going to be hard at this stage, I would have thought, looking at the head.
Yeah, you probably give yourself one more chance to land the bowl, and if you miss, then that's probably three goes at killing it. How attacking are you in defence here? Do you try and trail the jack away? Do you try and sort of land the two bowls out if you're Scotty WIDDISON?
No. It's going to be hard to outdraw him now, so...
He's got a pretty good backhand runner on him. Backhand for the kill. If he's underneath the jack, gets a two bowls potentially.
Like that call, Tice. Ooh. Ooh.
It's
It's
probably
one
not-
way of getting it.
Not how he was planning on it, but got the result he was after.
We'll restart the end.
Still might be here for a little while yet, JT.
How many times have you played a game and the last end's been killed? How many times? Like, what's the biggest one?
I think
Can you
I've
remember?
had 4 or 5. I don't think
4 or 5.
much more than that.
Yeah.
What about yourself?
No, I actually haven't been involved in that many myself personally. I remember witnessing a long time ago, late 90s, Victoria versus South Australia Test Series in Benalla. And Andrew Smith, who once played for Australia, was skipping for SA and against the Vics. And I reckon he killed the last end 4 or 5 times, trying to win the overall.
You know, it's funny. Obviously, we haven't seen much attack all game really, and then get to that last end, they need that 4 shots. Suddenly it's all guns blazing.
Well, it's all or nothing at this stage, isn't it, Tice?
Very much so. The Yarra ladies 6 in front last end against the Wimmera team over on that far rink.
Yeah, they'll be hard to beat from there. And the Goulburn Murray ladies are 13-11 up playing the last end. Jess Wallace has clawed back 5 straight shots.
Yeah, the last 5 shots was 6-13.
Yeah. It's like the Goulburn Murray ladies have hit a brick wall.
Yeah. Potentially. Only takes one good one though.
Does.
Scotty Widdison's made the correction here. Good shot.
My intel said he had a pretty good season this year, Scotty, going in as coach at RSL.
Yeah, that Scotty been a pretty good player for a while now in the Ovens and Murray region. Obviously both our old stomping ground.
I was going to say, you got some good intel, obviously, being that you're in Geelong now, Tice, and being a former Ovens and Murray player, you should be able to have ammo on everybody.
Yeah, got a bit of knowledge on all sort of four players. Obviously, in Geelong, Ocean Grove's got a fair rivalry against Highton over the past few years. Wodonga's won about 85 grand finals in the last 100 years.
Wow, I think I made the call before. Well, I don't know this exactly, but I thought it was 20 out of the last 30, maybe. Be around that. I know in my time, RSL might have won 4 in that period, but no one won 2. I think Civics won 1, and YMGCR might have won 1, and nearly all the rest of Wodonga.
Yeah, they've been a powerhouse club in the Ovens and Murray for a long time. Likes of Ashley Bates, obviously
Mason's
Mason.
granddad, Paul
Yeah,
Carey.
Paul Carey.
Yeah. Johnny Dawson.
Yeah, Kylie Whitehead. Dan's not a mile away here, looking for the jack. Just hasn't quite got down.
Not bad homes though. They've got 3 sort of in a little cluster there that could come to their rescue at some stage.
You're trying to touch the jack, sneak past if you're Mason. Just try and make their shot harder to play.
Gets to that one.
A good
Yeah,
shot.
it's very good.
Still can touch the jack for 2 or 3, depending on where it goes. Ideally, if he touches it here, holds 2, well, they give themselves every chance.
Doesn't want to lose it.
He's played 2 very similar bowls there. Be interesting if the jack can sort of sneak past onto the left of our screen, or whether it sort of catches on that bowl.
It probably, unless it jams, comes, and then you get it again, sort of
Yeah,
thing.
there's sort of second touch.
Yeah, it's the only way I think it gets it there. But even so, if he gets it down the line a bit, gives him still a chance. And then, as you said before, how long before it turns from being the trial to trying to kill again?
May all depend on where Scotty Widdison chucks this as well. Played it well, just needs to run a fraction more.
Not a bad home, that one.
Yeah, that's a great shot.
Might be quick already.
I think so. Got 2 options. He can get the bowl, probably kills the jack as much as hitting the jack straight out as well. Unless they're trying to sort of get it into that pack and then try and remove Mason's bowl.
It's not far away.
Needs to hold. Oh, that's 2.
It's not bad. It's not bad at all.
It's a very good shot. It gives them every chance now. What are you playing here if you're the Ovens and Murray boys?
Well, I don't. It's going to be hard for Dan to draw another 2 more based on how the head is. So I'd be looking wherever the other danger is, or trying to take away from him getting that shot as well.
Yeah, tricky one. Probably want something that's fourth shot that's closer than what they've got already, maybe. They've sort of got third, fourth and fifth, but their fourth and fifth are probably 2 feet away.
Yeah, and probably Scotty's going to not be afraid of trying to land his own one to get a little bit of jack movement. If it clears past his back one another probably 18 inches, then they've got
Options.
5 versus 1 sort of thing. So, yeah, something...
Body language is positive. Just needs to
Tighter.
hold past the front.
He's nearly got the bowl.
Oh, that's 3.
Whew.
Now, how attacking are you as Mason? Are you trying to sort of reach up to try and sit the bowls? Or are you trying to dead draw to...
Make it harder the next.
Yeah.
I think I'm arriving with 18 inches, 2 feet. Because if I nestle in the bowls, I'm going to potentially split them up.
Yeah, that sort of full draw the shot, give it a chance.
And if
to
I get
reach.
it solid, I might be moving the jack enough to bring that backer one that they've got as well.
Yep. Did you see what happened on the rink next door into that match?
No. Got caught up in this match, Tice.
Just asking for it to get down.
It's coming now. It's coming now.
Oh, it's a good shot. Hasn't reduced any.
Wow.
It's at least 2.
I still think it's 3, Tice. Well, they got the little finger trick going on.
He's pretty good at it too. Judging by that reaction, I think it may have only been 2, but any minor touch on that jack's probably going to be 4.
I keep looking at the head, Tice, and I just see 3 shots there still.
It's pretty close. Definitely 2. How's he tracking?
Oh, I'd say the first part's not bad.
It's all in his speed out.
First part's not bad.
Yeah, buddy. You're in.
Yeah, buddy, you're in. That's call of 4. I think Scotty put...
I'm playing weight now if I'm Mason.
Yeah, but that front bowl of Scotty Widdison's doesn't make the shot any easier.
Nah, just that little swingy weight. Where that last bowl finished, you got chances off that now. You get to that, you're screwing off
Just
that.
sort of reaching the ditch weight.
Yep. And you do have a back bowl back there with Mason's bowl. If you get something moving.
Can't afford to miss wide. Options for tight. On the left hand is forehand.
Well, I think he's alright, isn't he? He's coming
Depends on his
now.
speed.
Oh, clip that. Oh, he nearly clipped that ball in sideways.
Yeah.
How bold does Dan want to be here? You win the match right here now?
I think you try to count, but if you drop short, well, so be it. He's got to be confident that he's got 4 as well, which I think they are, but
Doesn't have to play too different to his last one. If anything, maybe a bowl tighter. That's it.
just taking a second to compose himself. Wait. is very critical. All in your weight's the call from Scotty McLACHLAN.
No.
He's not a mile away.
No, he's not. I don't think he's there though.
Come on.
Oh, he's just shy. That's a good effort. Played the safe option there.
Four. We're going to an extra end. What a pickup.
Do you have a set tactic in an extra end normally, JT, or
Give the bat away if I win the toss.
you want last bowl? Very, very good. If you've got the mat, are you trying to play your own length, or are you trying to pot the jack? What are you trying to do?
Look, depends on probably again the circumstances of the match. If your lead's been going all right, you back him in to try and nail one early. If he hasn't been going all right, then maybe you go right. You bring the mat up and try and pot it.
Looks like Davins and Murray boys are giving it away.
How quickly that end turned too, Tice, because I'd argue for the first half of that end, it was looking like Ovens and Murray had it pretty well covered.
Yeah, good call. It doesn't, as you say, one good bowl and the end changed rapidly. We thought that he might have been going to go the kill, and
The first thing he did is he got the jack moving, and that changed the whole end, didn't it?
yeah, definitely. He hasn't started off too bad. Good weight, just under the line. Well, that gets him back to the centre line. Couple feet past. Scotty McLACHLAN urging it to push that last little bit. It's a good shot.
Scotty be looking to take 2 feet off.
He's just got to run that line. Line's good. Not much in that.
Good bowl.
So Scotty McLACHLAN just don't think we've seen the match winner yet.
No, definitely not. Don't want to rub it in or anything like that, Tice. It was only 12 months ago, me and you were in a similar scenario, Eddie.
Yes, definitely.
It was tense that afternoon too.
No,
In a good way.
very much so. And as we speak, you are still currently
Yeah,
the
not for-
reigning
not-
Victorian Fours champion.
Not for long. Not for long. Couple days. Rightio.
Looks like Sammy Atkinson and the Yarra ladies have held on for victory over there.
We'll see 2 ladies pairs ladies fours semi-finals this afternoon. Ooh, there we go. That makes sure of it for now. I think we'll live stream. Actually, we'll have to work that out, what we're going to live stream next.
Is it just Ellie's pairs game that's being played, or
I
is there a
believe
couple?
no, I believe so. I believe so.
He's on a better angle. All any speed here.
Hurry. Hurry.
It's getting up enough, is it?
Yes.
Put the finger up, one to me.
Or one to us.
Mason can give this a full chance. Trailer Jack, Scotty's bowl's about a yard past there. Not a mile away. Not a mile away. What's happening here? Well, he's turned both Scotty Widdison and Scotty McLACHLAN's bowls. He's still probably only one down. It's a good shot out of luck, really. Scotty McLACHLAN will be looking to tidy this up. Tickle the jack round the corner. Sit Scotty Widdison's bowl or just sneak past. A few options there. We're sort of that foot away. It's a fair attempt. He snuck past to a good home though.
Giving it a chance.
It's not a mile away line-wise.
Coming now, Tice. Coming now, Tice.
Just needs to bend a fraction more. Oh. He's just rocked back out.
If he flops over, he's close, doesn't he?
Yeah. I think it's still probably 2 to the Highton boys though. And it doesn't make it any easier. Dan's standing sort of in line with the 6 foot mark out to the side, so they're obviously thinking the jack's going to come to a particular spot. It's a good weight for the shot he was playing.
Correct.
Happy with it? Yeah.
Be interesting to see what the shot is here. Got to reach no matter what. It's on the forehand. Forehand did draw around Mason's, maybe.
Yeah, it looks like it. Just trying to get Masons over a couple of times too, potentially.
It's all in his weight. Just going a fraction. It's a matter of just trying to cover now if you're the Highton boys, and if they're good enough to get shot, well done to them. Or are you trying to change anything?
Probably don't mind the setup. I still reckon you could probably get both of them out though. Maybe with or without the jack. I don't know. It's hard to say. It depends how you hit them. But yeah, the call from Scotty's for Dan to play forehand just underneath his own, sort of finish between the 2 bowls of Scotty Widdison, which are about a yard and a half behind the head.
Certainly out in a good arc.
Really good.
It's a good shot. for what he was trying to do. I think Mason can get the 2 bowls, but it's probably going to lock on Scotty's as well, potentially.
That one will, yeah. He's probably, if he hits that though, he's hoping it gets a bit of jack movement and springs out at least.
I think you got to pick your shot and have 2 goes at it no matter what. Don't think you can try and change your shot.
Playing backhand.
Still just that up and over on his own or sneak pass for the jack then, I think. Doesn't mind it.
It's got to start giving now.
It's
Got to start giving now. Oh. It's probably a better shaped head for him.
Gives him a few more options now. Definitely.
We've had a couple great last ends here.
It's a catch-22 here. You can try and play a good one and give the shot away. You go nowhere near it and he potentially just plays that similar shot.
I don't think I'd like to give it away.
Make him play the shot. Yard short of Mason's bowl, sort of. Mason's 2 bowls there, yard short of them in the way. Try and make it a little bit more difficult, and even if it's not in the way, it's the first one he sees.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to play that, but I don't mind it, Tice.
He got 2 bowls past the jack. You don't think he can tidy it up much more. He's on the backhand. Is he drawing to where Scotty's feet are? Maybe 1 or 2 down there.
Makes a difference whether you 1 or 2 down out there.
Is he going to get back in?
That is the tighter hand. If you get out a little too far, it doesn't give, which is what happened. I think you're playing something similar. Even maybe a fraction more weight.
Just depends on what the angles do of the bowls, really. I agree though, Josh. You played one and gone very close. Why not try and do it again?
He gets to his one that's the closest one. He's going to lift it up, probably push him out a little bit, and then come back with it anyway. And he happens to be a bowl too wide. He's got his other one there to come off or push over.
Potentially get the hole for the jack as well.
And then he's half a sniff that way too. He's got a couple back there.
There's a shot of our B green at Bendigo East.
There's one game still going at the back there between Ballarat Highlands and Shreslecki.
Plenty of keen spectators watching on. Why wouldn't they be when they got a contest like this? As Sam said earlier, State Champions Week all week up until next Sunday. If you're in the area and want to watch some good bowls, come down and have a look.
Here we go.
Just a good little bit of encouragement there from Scotty Wenderson, backing his teammate in. Come on, bud. I think it's going to be a similar shot to the one you called, JT. Good chance on the backhand.
If he wants to play it firmer to have that assurance of getting there, it's nothing wrong with that either. It's looking all right at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, just needs to get down a fraction.
Scotty, off that one, two.
Oh,
Oh, bit stiff. Good shot.
what a game. What a game.
Brilliant game by all players involved there.
Our winners of the match on an extra end, Scotty McLACHLAN, Dan PRIDDLE defeated Scotty WIDDISON and Mason BAYLISS by 1 shot. Thanks, Tice, for jumping on board.
No problems. JT, thanks for having me.
And we'll be back very shortly with another live stream match. At this stage, might be a men's pairs semi-final, but we will confirm that in the next couple of minutes. Stay tuned, guys, and we'll see you all soon.